Okay, hi everybody. Hey Fabric Studio. Can everybody hear me? Am I being heard? Be strong like a grizzly. Grandma Teresa's here, awesome. Debbie Sue's here. Cool, a lot of people here. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I got a bunch of topics I want to jump through real quick tonight. Hey Debbie Sue, I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Dr. Ninja's here. Grandma Teresa's here. Just to start it off, I do have a couple topics that are going to be kind of towards the end that I think are very important. Hey Claire. So what I'm going to do is I got a couple things maintenance-wise I want to talk about basically. And then I did get some stuff in the mail today from foraging and urban farming. So I want to show that real quick. They said they were going to send me more seeds. They sent me some asparagus seeds a while back. But I got one or two topics that I'm going to get to in a few minutes that to me are very important for growth and for helping others to grow. So I'm hoping to get some input, opinion, knowledge, education. Everybody that's been involved with YouTube for a while. I want this to be kind of a group effort, so I'm going to get that in a few minutes. In the meantime, Foraging and Urban Farming sent me this bubble wrap pack today, and I know it's seeds. They said they were going to send some for my subscriber garden. So they sent some seeds. Oh my goodness, look at this. I've got turnip. I got daisies. That's cool. I got Swiss chard. I got lettuce. Iceberg and something else. Pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. And then leek. Okay, let me just throw this out there. Did you know that when they were finishing building the ark, they were bringing food onto the ark? His sons brought up a bunch of stuff from the onion family. And Noah stopped him and said, whoa, whoa, whoa. You can bring up any onions you want, just no leeks. So these are really cool. So I know that was a very bad dad joke. These are really cool. Thank you very much, Foraging and Urban Farming. That's awesome. Please, everybody, feel free to put your link in here, connect with each other, whatever. Urban Farming, okay. So, took care of that business. I've had many people in comments, and I've gotten a couple emails to bring back the dad jokes. I did a lot of dad jokes. I was trying some things early on in my YouTube career, and so I do still do them, but I am going to start to incorporate them more. One of the problems is, as we know, with niche specific stuff, you have to be careful. I can't talk about gardening and homesteading and farm to table cooking one day that's kind of wrapped in under this umbrella of homesteading, and then talk about, my motorcycle trip to, California, or, I'm doing something like knitting or something. It has to be within that niche. So what I found out was I've done some research. As long as I can do jokes that I can embed inside of different like lives and videos and make them fit that niche, I should be okay. So that's what I've been working towards, and it's been working so far. Tonight, I wanted to briefly touch on, a lot of times I use analogies. I'm not trying to be a philosopher, or not trying to be cliche or whatever. I wanted to talk about YouTube growth kind of from the perspective of gardening. So if you're going to look at anything in life, your job, your marriage, your whatever relationship you're in, whatever, you always have this, you have different seasons. YouTube has different seasons. You have to start it. You have to plant in a garden. You have to plant in YouTube. You have to maintain and do maintenance on your stuff inside of YouTube, just like your garden. You have to keep up and steady and consistent and constant with YouTube, just like your garden. You can't just plant it and walk away and expect a great harvest. It'll get overrun by weeds and other things. So that's why I use, a lot of times I'll use analogies from the garden in my YouTube experience. So tonight, really briefly, I'm going to run through a couple things, and then the one big topic I want to talk about is going to be at the very end. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, this is my Bigfoot surf shirt for my grandson. It's one of my prized possessions. It does get washed. I don't wear this. This has been washed many times, just the other day, so it's clean. So briefly, real quick, I have my subscriber list is growing. My channel's doing well. So I'm really pleased about that. Thank you to everybody for that, because just because of you, it's doing well. But when I have new subscribers come on, I always check them out before I subscribe to them. And I always look at, well, how many subscribers do they have? What is their topic and things? So I can kind of connect with them. So I do have some new people that might have 50 or 100 or whatever. And if you're stalled in your channel, or you're at 40 or 50 and you just are trying to grow, I'm going to tell you, one of the best things you can do is, once you hit the 50 milestone, and I wish I knew this early on and I didn't, I had to learn it. Once you hit 50, start live streaming. 1 a week, 2 a week. You'll see other people that are continually growing at a nice little pace. Lisa, I mentioned to you the other day, I have a huge haul from my son over here from some records. It was in my last live. I went through Mac Davis and the Everly Brothers and a whole bunch of different people, the Dave Clark 5. But anyways, once you hit 50 subs, live stream. And I've had 2 people ask me recently on YouTube. They've mentioned that they're nervous, they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do. I want to tell you right now, my first live stream, when I hit 52, you got to wait 24 hours. You hit 50, you got to wait about 24 hours to make sure all of your subscriptions stick, so you remain over 50. And I'll tell you right now, I had this many people. I had that many people show up. Stayed on for 15 minutes. Didn't really know what to say. I kind of just talked some nonsense, kind of like now, but didn't know what to say. And then I thought about it a little bit. And I'm like, so from that point on, what I did was, just like I do now, I have a list. I keep a list. Every live, I don't care what I'm talking about, I make bullet points and an outline. And I kind of put them in the order I want to talk about them. So my next 2 or 3 lives, I still had nobody there, maybe one person. But all I did was, I'd come on and I would start going down my list. Today I planted potatoes, just as an example. I went out and I did this, and I tilled up the dirt, and I added this, and I put some compost in. Then I went to my second topic. After 15, 20 minutes, I shut it down. Now what that does for you, just trust me on this, what that does for you is a couple things. It helps you talk to the camera and other people. You have to learn that. Some people, they struggle with talking to a camera. It takes a while to get used to your own voice, your own mannerisms, and seeing yourself on screen. I still struggle with it because my dad always told me I have a face for radio, so I still struggle with it. I'm just kidding. But anyways, once you get to 50, and even if you're at 100 and you just haven't done lives yet, do a live, do many lives, do 1 a week just to get you started. It helps you talk to the camera. And then when you're done with your live, if nobody shows up, you have 5 or 6 topics, you just run down through bullet points. Once you make that public, it then will collect watch hours as people watch it. And as you gain subscribers, people will watch it. Put it on a playlist. If you put stuff on a playlist and people begin to follow you to try to help you with hours, they will watch your playlist. It will get some traction. Just trust me on that. And that's the other thing I want to say. If you watch my channel lately, I do a lot of shout outs. I try to do 1 or 2 a day where I'm gonna follow them that day. I'm gonna watch their content. And I ask everybody else, hey, if you're in my subscription list, that's fine. That's fine, Shannon. And it's been the holidays too, so. But the other thing I can say is if you're a creator and you wanna gain hours, please start some watch lists or playlists. If you only have 20 videos, just put 5, 5, 5, and 5. And then people can come in and run your playlist. If you don't have a playlist, they have to hit either play mix or they have to hit them one at a time and keep going back and changing them. If you want to gain watch hours, make sure you have playlists, and then people can share that playlist. Many people do. Fairbrick Studio is in here. He does a huge playlist thing where he has, I think, 140 now. I'm on it. And Fairbricks, if you're still here, I really super appreciate that. You've helped me immensely. CE Chickens does some stuff too. Chicken Explorers, I'm sorry. You know, they put your name out there and they push your name out into the algorithm. And I really appreciate it. Fairbrick Studio, you want to go follow somebody that's very supportive, go look at him, their channel. So 50 subscribers or more when you're doing, if you haven't done a live, do a live. I don't care if you're nervous. Everybody gets nervous in life. Get over it. Talk to the camera, or before you go live, hit your camera, put it on video, turn it towards you, talk to it, play it over and over, and then do another one and read from a script and do it over and over till you get used to it, and then do a live. That's going to help you with watch hours. It's going to get your name out there. The other thing, once you start going live, and I wish I knew this when I first started, so if you're fairly new or you're trying to get traction, another big thing is attend live streams. Make sure when you subscribe to somebody, click on the notification bell. It's very important. Now, sometimes you don't get notified. It does happen. Notifications slip through the cracks. It happens to me. I have notifications on most, and all of a sudden I check, somebody's not alive, and I never got notified. But click on notifications. Go to lives. Try to hit a live every night. There are people now that are on 7 days a week. You can hit many of your subscribers that are on a live sometime during the week. Go to their live. Stay with them. Yes, Grandma Teresa's at 7 p.m. Go to them. Stay on there for a while. Interact with others. Eventually what's going to happen when they know you and you're with them for a month or two and they understand, they trust you, they become kind of friends with you on YouTube, they're going to possibly give you a blue wrench. Then you can just click on any other person on that live, and then you can go watch their stuff, watch a few shorts, go ahead and comment and like, and then maybe eventually a day or two go back and subscribe. Hit the notification. That's how you grow, honestly. Nobody told me that going in. I'm telling you now. Go to lives. That's how you can connect so quickly. And when I talk about lives, those that are in your subscriber list already, and I'm going to give you a couple right now if you don't follow them right now. The Source. It's just go to The Source on YouTube. Tuber Chat, Kevin at Tuber Chat. Check out Tuber Chat. Go check out Chicken Explorers, Fairbrick Studio. I'm going to miss some. Honestly, I'm going to miss some, and I apologize. There's so many of them out there. Go get connected and go interact with those people. Your channel will grow. You will grow in hours. People are very, very gracious and giving when it comes to helping you grow on YouTube, because we're all, if the ones that are trying to grow on YouTube to become monetized are all trying to pull in the same direction. So go interact, go make new friends, make new connections. Yes, it takes time. My biggest mistake early on, my first month, I would put out a video and I would sit there and I'd be like, okay, there's 3 videos, I'm done, I'll wait, they're gonna gain hours and everything, and I'm like, I get 4 views. Well, none of mine go viral. Most of the people I know, 99% of the people aren't gonna go viral. Viral's a very rare thing. It's like the unicorn. You know, it's very rare. So you gotta work at it. But you're gonna find out real quick. I found this out within a month. You're gonna meet some of the best people. They're gonna support you, you're gonna support them, they're gonna watch your stuff, they're gonna help you in any way they can, and you're going to grow. And then when you do grow, they're gonna be happy for you. They're not gonna be miserable and be jealous because you maybe have a few more hours than them now and you're doing better. They're not gonna do that, they're gonna support you. And that's one of the bases of this channel is I wanted to be able to help support people and pay it forward when I got monetized. So now that I wanna help pay this forward. And then I'm getting to that. That's coming up really quick. And this is the idea I had. It's probably not a new idea. It's maybe I've heard it already, but this kind of clicked in my mind over the last couple days. Let's see. So, if you've been watching my channel recently, I've been doing a lot of community posts about, I try to do them for every day. Sometimes I skip a day just to kind of, sometimes I need a break. So I just take a break. But usually 5 to 6 days out of the week, I'll do a community post with one of my sunsets that says creator support or support each other or something. And then I'll put 2 names on there, or 2 channels. And then I'll say, hey, please help me in supporting these 2 channels. And then I just release it. And then some people will come on there and say, I will, thank you, that's another one. Because number 1, you can just click on the blue link, it'll take you right to their channel. It'll give them hours, and then if you eventually do connect with them, and you're trying to grow, now that they know you got sent over from Okies Eden, chances are, they're in a few days, they're gonna go watch your content and probably try to connect back. So it's an interaction, but make sure you do those interactions. Make sure you do watch some videos and that you do like and that you do hit the notification bell. You know, no sub for sub, that'll hurt your channel so bad. Just don't do it. But really get into the interactions and really, really communicate with each other, and they'll become strong connections. And so I've been doing that for a while, and it's really, I think I've done it about 2-3 weeks before Christmas, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback. And a lot of people that get called out, shouted out, have sent me thank yous. They've emailed me, they've messaged on there, thank you very much for the shout out. And that's great, I'm glad they're happy. But the point is, we're trying to get people's names out there. Because I said all along, if you remember, if you go back to my original videos, one of my goals was A, to get monetized. And then B, once I got monetized, to then seek those out that were close and then try to get them over the hump any way I could to help them. And so that this is what that's about. So I started doing this on a small scale because I wanted to put the trial balloon out, see if it was a success or failure or whatever. Turns out it's been doing very well. I've gotten feedback from a lot of the people that their hours have increased and they're seeing, you know, nice little jumps in time and their watch hours. That was the purpose. That was what I was hoping for. I'm getting very close, very, very close. I haven't checked yet today, but I'm almost there. I figure another, if things continue, I should be there within hopefully a month or 2. If people continue to, you know, support me and watch my playlists. If they stop watching, then I probably won't get there, but if they've been very generous and I'm still getting regular watch hours, I'm getting decent amounts every day, and they're accumulating. So I'm very pleased. But thank you for asking. So, with all that said, the way I've been doing the shout outs, everybody, there's some other channels that do shout out lists like Fairbrick Studios. They'll put a bunch of people on this playlist and then list it, and then you can go down and check those people out. I'm kind of more small potatoes than that. I'm doing two, I try to do 2 a day, which you've obviously seen my community post because a lot of people here are actually helping with those watch hours. So with that said, here we go. Here's what the whole scuttlebutt was. This is why I wanted to go live tonight. I want to try to put this thing on some steroids, not real steroids. And my thought is, if I could get 2 or 3 or 4 of the people here in the room right now that are maybe just monetized or have been monetized for a couple months or are very, very, very super close and you know you're gonna do it. What I want to do is to start out and do it for a month, starting probably next week. Is the people that, if I can get 2 or 3 people that can email me tonight at okieseden@gmail.com. What I want to do is put together 2 or 3 people, and then we can talk about this on our emails, so it's not here under the YouTube microscope. If you know what I mean. If you know, you know. With that said, I want to get 2 or 3 or 4 solid people that are going to actually help me out with this and really do some watching. But what I want to do is we would pick a couple people, 2 people each week that are close, that might have, say, 900, they have 900 people and maybe 2,900 watch hours or so on and so forth. And we know they're close. So what we would do is that week, we would take a Monday, a Wednesday, and maybe a Friday. If there was 3 of us or 4 of us, we'd choose 4 days out of the week. So on a Monday, this is just an example. On a Monday, I would create, on a Sunday, I would create a community post that would say, please help me support Joe Schmo on Monday. Please help me watch his content to help with his hours. And, you know, I would create that post. And then that morning of that Monday, I go in and I click on their playlists and I let them run throughout the day to help them with their watch hours. One of the other people on Tuesday are going to release a community post on their channel that says, hey, Joe Schmo, Wednesday, I'm running their, I'm going to run their content. Please help me and support me. Help me support them by watching their material and their content. And then sure enough, that next morning, they start watching their content. And then hopefully other people are going to see that post and also go watch Joe Schmo's content. And then 1 more time or 2 more times that week, the same thing. They're going to put that, the next person, the 3rd person in the group is going to put out a community post. Hey, Friday, I'm watching Joe Schmo's stuff. So Natty, you said that last night and today, I've had 2 TVs running, 2 different people, and they never shut off once. They ran the entire time. The only time it stopped was after a couple hours. It said, are you still watching and want to continue? I hit yes. Nothing shut down. They ran through. I ran Scully's on here. I ran Scully's the other night. He had a 2 or 3 hour live and it went all the way through. It never stopped. So I am not sure. I haven't seen that yet. If it does happen, then we'll just have to adjust and just make sure if you're around, you can go and restart it. You know, we'll figure it out. But anyways, getting back to it. So then the 3rd person, it's happening on my, that's interesting. So I have 3 smart TVs. So no, I'm not rich. They're like $189 at Walmart. They were cheap. And I haven't had them shut down yet. So anyways, then the third person in our group would then release a community post saying, hey, Joe Schmo, I'm watching his material on Saturday morning. Please join me in trying to watch their, help me to watch their content. So what that's going to do is it's going to be 3 or 4 creators that are already monetized or close to it, trying to pull others up that aren't. And then as others are getting closer, it's just going to be a continuous, then the next week we do 2 more. Then the next week we get 2 more. The next week we get 2 more. If you follow that. So if I had 3 people or 4 people that would be willing to help with that, just email me at okieseden@gmail.com. We'll just pick 2 people each week, and it's very simple. You just go in and create a community post with a picture that says content or content support or something, and then just say, hey, please share, please help me support these people on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and then just post it. And then just go back in on Monday and try to run some of their stuff. And then, what happens is that's going to create, kind of like when you throw a pebble in a pond, it starts out small, then it ripples and ripples and ripples. The whole goal here is to eventually get a group of 3 or 4 people doing it. And then we'll try to bring out, then if somebody gets monetized or gets really super close and they know they're going to get monetized, then they come aboard. And then if they want, and then they help. If you get my drift. So then me and 3 other people would have a little group, and then another group would email me, then we could get them going, and then we would just contact each other each week to say, hey, here's who we're following, so we don't kind of crisscross. We're trying to bring those that are super, super close, get them monetized. So that would be the goal there. I'm still doing my other week. I'm still doing my daily. I'm still doing my daily stuff. So I'm still watching people's channels. Even if you don't make the list, any of my regulars, you know I do. They know who they are. If I miss if I miss 1 or 2 of your videos, I go back and run the playlist later. So I'm constantly running my regular people, the 20, 30, 40 people. They're always running on a TV somewhere in my house. I have the 2 others I do for the call-outs, the shout-outs. So, with that said, that is it. My notes. That's it. That's all of my notes. So, let me move my camera closer so I can read here. How does everybody feel? Does that sound like a good idea? Because I'm going to say something. Izzy Pop. Izzy, how did you not have a blue wrench? Izzy's got a blue wrench now. Why didn't somebody tell me I had the alfalfa going? I had the alfalfa from the Little Rascals going there. Look at that. So please, any comments? It's been working for, that's great, Fire. Fire's been really, he's also very supportive too. Just any comments, any concerns, any opinions, because I know it's been working on a small scale where I've been just doing 2 people every day. That didn't sound right. I'm doing shout outs for 2 people a day. And then eventually I'll change the format eventually. But my goal is I'm trying to get 4 and then keep bumping it up to where we have, go to Walmart, there you go, Wally World, to try to get this really decent sized group of people that are so close, or thank you, Scully, or are coming over the top to get monetized, to then bring those up that are super close to get them monetized. Everybody knows if once you get monetized, even like the partial monetization, it's an exciting day because, you know, you kind of hit one of your goals, you know, you hit your goal. So um, to me, that always makes me want to push even harder and try to help others achieve the same goal. Because I know I was excited. I know Dr. Ninja's excited. I know Calamity Jane's excited. So as you're getting closer, you know, you're getting more and more excited. Then you're getting kind of antsy because I'm only 20 away. And then you might lose a couple subscribers, or they might pull some hours or something. Then you get frustrated. But once you break the barrier and they finally say, hey, fill this out, do this, you're monetized now, or partially monetized, whatever, it's a really cool feeling because you met one of your goals. I was checking stats the other day, and I think I mentioned this in my last live. 10%, I think 10% of people on YouTube get monetized. 90% never get there. That's a low percentage. That's, you know, so Electric Butterfly is 4 short from 400. 400 subscribers or 400 hours, Electric Butterfly. So does that, give me a thumbs up if you think, does that sound like a good idea? Are there people here that might want to email me so we can discuss that further? And I'm not sure I know what you mean, Zed. I'm sure what you said was probably correct, but I just don't, I guess I don't understand it. So if, and I forgot to put my email in there. My email is in my main channel description, where, you know, you have your main channel blast, talks about your channel. Be strong like a grizzly. We will get you there. That's what this whole thing is going to be about, is trying to start small, then trying to get a few more people, and then before you know it, we have 3 or 4 groups that are doing the same system, but shouting out different people in different areas. If that makes sense. So I'd be running the same person that somebody in Alaska, Tennessee, and Florida would be running. And we don't have all the same subscribers. So everybody in their inner circle will be able to follow these new people and possibly connect and help them with watch hours. Then what happens is, once those people come on board and get their watch hours and hopefully get close to monetized or monetized, that then they would be excited and be willing to come on and take a group and do 2 shout outs each, you know, for 2 people a week, 3 or 4 shout outs for them for the week, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense as it goes along and you see it put into action. So hopefully that all made sense. I don't always make good sense. So there you have it. That was my grandiose idea for channel growth for people. So really trying to pull, I'm there. My growth is still happening and it excites me, and I want to get other people there because I know how it feels and I know it's exciting. And I know, you know, anybody that's gotten there knows it's kind of a relief when you get there, but then you still have to keep going. It just doesn't stop. But hopefully that kind of all makes sense. And so that was the idea. Thank you, Jennifer. So with that said, if you do want to participate, go ahead and email me. It's just okieseden@gmail.com. And if I get 1 or 2 people, we'll just start it probably next week. And then I'll do an update on it on one of the lives and just talk about how it's working. And then what we'll try to do, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, there'll be a selection process per se. I'm not, it's not going to be etched in stone. When I say close, if they're, if they're at 2,600 hours and they need 3,000, to me that's close. I mean, you can push and make that up, in a decent amount of time. You might be at 880 and you need to go to 1,000, But I would just tell people to always be cognizant and cautious, or not cautious, cognizant of where you're at. I think it is the partial monetization is 500 subs and 3,000 hours. And then the full is 1,000, 4,000. So once you can hit the 500, check your watch hours, make sure, and then just start telling people, hey, I could use some hours. I do it. And that's the other thing for growth. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Well, I got the partial monetization, and I don't know because I'm 5 days behind. I'm getting some decent watch hours, so I'm a couple hundred behind the 4,000. But I'm still under a year. I'm still 2 months under the year, I believe. There you go. Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle. So yeah, if you can email me if you want to participate in that, that would be great. And then, it's one of those situations that it's a win-win. So by us, awesome, thank you. I appreciate that, everybody. If we can all, even if me and a few other people are helping people that are getting close, that helps us too, because we're doing the advertising, we're helping them. People see that, and they'll pay back. People like to see other people helping other people, and so it's a win-win. Everybody's going to grow. You will get hours, you'll get subscribers, even by being the one that's doing the shout outs. Check out, if you ever get a chance, check out, Real Outdoor Living, at Real Outdoor Living. Go check their channel out. If you want to see how you can pick up some subscribers, they do maybe three shout outs a week. They do like a 2-minute clip, and they just show people's channels, and then just watch them. And then I watch them every time they put one out. I check it, and then if a channel comes up that interests me, I do a quick snapshot on my phone, and then another one comes up, he does like maybe 10 or 12. So what I did was, because I have over 400 videos now, Fairbricks, I do a watch please 1, watch please 2, watch please 3, watch please 4, all the way up to 8. 8 is stuff that's privatized right now. 8 is stuff that hasn't been released yet. It will be this coming week. So that's how I've been doing it, just watch please. I just think it's nice if somebody's gonna watch my hours, they can go in, and I'm not just like watch hours, or hey, watch this, or do this, like a command. I wanted it to be respectful. Hey, can you please watch this? This would, basically really help me. So, and I'm splitting them up a little bit because the first one is really long, and it's not 70 videos. I'm gonna try to keep them about 30 a piece. And my shorts, I have one that's just called YouTube Shorts. Shorts don't count towards your time. They don't count towards your earned time. So if you want to go watch them, go watch them if you want. I'll take them. I mean, it's still analytics. I'll take it all day long. But I did say earlier on that I am going to be putting in dad jokes. Thank you very much, Zed. That's awesome. See you later, Shannon. So yeah, I'm real excited about, I think, 2026. I just thought, in my opinion, Dr. Ninja, it was kind of daunting, because what happens is, if somebody comes on, so there's some people I watch that some of them have like 250 videos. So if I start their playlist, and I have to stop the TV at some point for some reason, if I say I get to 120 videos or something, if I'm going to continue watching the list, you got to scroll down to see which ones you watched to get to the one you haven't started watching, because it'll have a red update line on it. And because I think if you hit play all, it starts from scratch again, I think. And I just don't, I get sick of scrolling down on long ones. So you got to scroll until you get to the 125th video to start again, and then you hit it. And then if you stop again after 30 for some reason, or it stops on its own, then you got to go back and scroll through to see where you left off. They're making a return. You're going to see some. I'm putting them in my videos, Jen. I'm putting them in the longer form videos so they don't detract from my my niche. They're going to be more garden, homestead, family-based type jokes. So they're not just going to be like a joke to tell a joke. They're going to be based on something in the garden, so on and so forth, or a pun. So it doesn't affect my analytics on my niche, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was the grand idea. That was Okies' grand scheme. So I hope if you can participate, it's okieseden@gmail.com. Then we can switch out. Well, anybody in that group will get each other's emails, and then I can send out a couple people, or you can send me a couple people, or if you know somebody that's close, we can get them on a list and then just start choosing from the list starting next week. We'll take 2 people, and then we'll each do a shout out for them next week and try to run their content next week and try to put them on blast. And then the following week, it'll be 2 more people, and then 2 more people, so on and so forth. And then as more people come on, we'll have another group. They'll do the same thing with 2 different people. So then we'll have 4 people on blast for the week, each week, if that makes sense. I'm trying to do it so it's not just my channel, just creating a big list, because I'm not big enough yet where they're gonna get the traction and people watching, where if we split it among 3 or 4 of us, I think we'll hit a bigger market, bigger area for those people to get their watch hours and get some people to subscribe to them and help them out with their watch stuff. So, if that makes sense. Then as we grow, you know, when you get to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, then yes, I can create a list on my own, and because I have enough traffic coming through, seeing my shout outs. But for now, if we get a group of us that are just monetized or partially monetized or whatever, doing it, it's going to help us grow in strength, and then it's going to bring others up that are close to monetization. So that's, I guess, the best way I can explain it. So iced tea. If you can see behind me, my Elvis squirrel, my hide and seek champion Sasquatch. And I don't know if you can make it out in front of my radio, but there's my next new poop emoji. And restreaming your videos in a live. You mean like a silent live, Dr. Ninja? So just taking like a video, kind of like, hey Wendy, kind of like Michael's Adventures, where he has the raccoons all the time, and he has that playing in the background. Is that what you mean? Yeah. I don't do that, but I know other people that like doing it. I have no problem with it. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night because I don't sleep well, and I'll pop on, and there'll be somebody on there that's running one of their quiet lives. I always jump on. I try to anyways. And even if I don't stay for 15 minutes, I just say, you know, hey everybody, or hi, or talk to a couple people. And then sometimes I'll fall asleep and it'll run for a while, or I'll just end up leaving. But I have no problem with silent lives. I don't do it personally. I like doing the content. So, but I know other people are very successful with them. Does anybody else have any questions about what I was talking about? Again, if you want to partake in that, just email me, okieseden@gmail.com. If you want to do a collaboration, I'll try to fit it in. Dr. Ninja and I are going to be doing a collaboration hopefully in February, And then I'm on 3 channels in the next couple weeks on other people's channels. Coach Juliet, Spongy, and Whistle Stop Homestead. And I don't know, Dr. Ninja. That would be a question for somebody else. I would ask, I would definitely ask somebody else. What is my collaboration? The ones coming up? I don't know. I'm going on Coach Juliet's channel. And then on, that's on the 8th. On the 10th, I'm going on Spongy Gold's channel for a collaboration. She's going to talk to me. And then February 15th, I'm going on Whistle Stop, and he's going to talk to me. Or do you mean what I do in my collaborations? On my collaborations are very easy. All I do is somebody comes on. I just have 5 or 6 really, really, really simple questions. Just to kind of get people to know who you are and what I'm interested about your channel. And then if they want to ask me a question or 2, I answer them, and then we just go to the audience and we just let people just start asking questions. And then we just stand for about an hour. If it goes longer, it goes longer. I had one go longer once, and then my phone finally died, so we had to end it, but that's how I do my collaborations. Thank you very much, Fairburg Studio, and thank you for watching my channel and putting me on that shout out list. I really appreciate it. Lisa, I thought I gave you the moderator thing there. So Fire with Dr. Ninja, I would ask somebody else that question because I haven't done a silent live and I don't know how to do it, and it doesn't interest me. I will watch them. I go to Michael's Adventures quite often, and then you still get to meet up with people there and you get some subscribers and stuff. Yeah, they'll be good ones. Yeah, I like Spongy's great. If you've ever met Spongy or watched her stuff, she's the daughter to Down Home Misty Style. And then Coach Juliet's really cool. And then Whistle Stop Farms is cool. Whistle Stop Homestead. So Tuesday, I said I was going to change it to Monday, but I ended up having stuff to do with my grandson on Monday. So Tuesday, I changed my original I do a Tuesday live about 1 p.m. And so I did change it back to Tuesday. So now it is Tuesday. And I did some stuff. I got my fencing for the subscriber garden. And I have a video coming out in a couple days that shows the subscriber garden in its current state. And then Tuesday at the live, I'm gonna quick roll the fence out, secure to the posts, and then those that are subscribing, that have sent me seeds, that are in my subscriber garden that have I made the plaques. Those plaques are all in the ground now. I cut the posts, I finished them today, put the points on them, put the plaques on them, they're in the ground. Oh, okay, Dr. Ninja. So Tuesday at the live, you guys are gonna see the placards, the plaques in the ground, and then I have stakes with yellow paint on them, so you can see. Oh, well, thank you, Jennifer. That's awesome. I like eclectic butterfly. So yeah, Tuesday is going to be exciting for me because I've had, I think, 7 people. I still don't have all of them. So just so you know, Foraging and Urban Farms, if you guys follow them, when I started doing these things, these plaques for people, I would burn them, or I acid etch them and then burn them, or whatever. Well, Foraging and Urban Gardens Farming kind of did me dirty because they sent me all, and I mean that in a funny way, they sent me all these seeds. And I have some asparagus seeds too. So I got 1, 2, 3, 7 types of seeds here. But trying to design a plaque to go on a post that says foraging and urban farming, hermit house, ATT, and 4 numbers. I mean, sweet fancy Moses. I'm gonna need a billboard on the side of the highway to wood burn that on, and it's gonna take up the entire front of the, I'm just kidding, I'll get it done. I have an idea on how I'm gonna do it. But I just thought it was funny when they said, hey, I'm gonna send you seeds, you know, you can put my, and I know they'll say, I will email you to make my farm sign. Okay. Delightful Roots Farm, okay. But anyways, so I do have a, I know that, I think he said before once, just something about just do Hermit House or something, but I want the channel on there because I have the pictures and I'll be emailing them to the different people that sent me the seeds. That's gonna show I already have them. I have most of the pictures now. Wendy from Hardneck Farms, yours is not done. I still have a couple little things I want to do to it and dress it up a little bit. I still have to clear coat it. Foraging and urban farming I have to do. Well, it's in process. My idea, I got some stuff cut for it I'm thinking about. I still have to do theirs, and I have one more, I forget who, but I got to do theirs. And then I think I have 7 total. So, but trying to get all those words wood burned, and then you got to wood burn them all. So wood burning it's not like writing. You got to burn and burn and burn and burn. Hey Spongy, how you doing? We were just talking about you and our collaboration coming up. So hopefully you guys can be there Tuesday. It's going to be a nice day. It's supposed to be in the 70s on Tuesday, I believe. And it's all brown. Okay, the dirt is brown. The fence is still unpainted. I'm letting it weather a little. The grass is brown, but once March and April hit, now you guys remember I'm doing a video that shows my garden growing at different points because I want to flash back to what it is now, where it's brown and tilled and dead. Everything's just dead. And then I'll take a shot, then I'll go back and pick one of my pumpkin vine videos where the whole garden is full of pumpkins and flowers and stuff. And you'll see pumpkins in the patch. And then I'll pick one from where the beans were, where it's brown now, and then bring it up to current. That'll show it brown again. Just so people can see, one of the worst times for anybody that does any kind of gardening is winter, because we're used to green, the colors of the garden, all the vegetables, all the blooms, the bees, the butterflies, all of that combined just is really nice to see. And then you go to nothing but dirt, and it just is like, it's a face palm kind of thing. I could have used a V8 type thing where you slap yourself. But that's why I'm adding signs and everything else. Hello everybody. Yeah, Grandma Teresa, yes. You can put that on here. Put her, if somebody can put her on here, Grandma Teresa, she goes live at 7. Grandma Teresa, I like to watch her live. She does just a talk to people. People can say stuff. She talks back to them. It's just a really low-key, enjoyable, it's like a fireside chat. Thank you. Oh yeah, Spongy Gold, yep. So everybody, with that said, I'm gonna get some stuff picked up. I'm gonna go put some food down my gullet, and then I'm gonna try to catch Grandma Teresa here. I am Central Standard Time, so I am on the same time frame as Dallas, Texas. So if you get a chance, hop over and watch Grandma Teresa. I'm sure she would appreciate it. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for listening to my little rant about YouTube growth and how we can help each other. And like I said, if you want to participate, please email me, okieseden@gmail.com, and we'll try to get this started next week, and we'll see if we can get people monetized and growing. So with that said, everybody have a great Saturday evening, have a great Sunday, get some relaxation, and thanks everybody again for being my friend and for watching my content and supporting me. I really do appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.